Welcome back to episode 5, the Saint LibCon Podcast. We're gonna get right into it, because this is gonna change the world. Let's get it. I have committed murder, but I'm not a murderer. When I came to that realization, when I was able to accept that as a reality, my life started to turn back around. I said back around because up until the point where I was part of abortion of my child, life was going great. Things couldn't be better. But after that, my life turned around. And I had all these obstacles and challenges, most of them that I set up myself. It was painful. But understanding what I had really done and asking for forgiveness from myself, from my God, that was the beginning of the healing process. Until we go through that healing, it's just masked. And that anger is what usually manifests itself. From covering up this terrible, terrible thing that we've gone through. There's a legitimate debate in America about pro-life and pro-choice abortion. But when you try to have it, and people attack you, and they go haywire, they're the angriest people. They're knocking down signs and getting in people's faces and assaulting people. They're trying to convince themselves, like they had from the beginning, like I did from the beginning, that it wasn't murder, that it wasn't a bad thing, that it was just a clump of cells that, Well, and looking for that redemption and that repentance, that's the second step. What that really means is not just regret, not the feeling of regret for what you've done. It's a feeling that you know what you have done. You've accepted what you have done. And you would no longer make that same decision in the future. And you wouldn't help others make that decision in the future. And that you would turn your back on this decision and fight against it. You can't say that you're looking for redemption from this bad decision and support the abortion agenda. So what is this agenda that I talk about? Well, let's be clear. Planned Parenthood. They run the whole conspiracy. See, it was set up for population control. Look up eugenics. look up Margaret Sanger, the founder of Planned Parenthood. And that's their history. And over history, they've gotten rich off of this industry of abortion. Something that they consider noble because they see huge difficulties with growing population, especially of people that are unwanted. They target blacks. Get it right. While they think they're being noble, there's other players in this abortion agenda that are also getting rich and claiming nobility. These biotech firms harvesting aborted babies, creating a demand. Planned Parenthood creates a supply, both getting rich off the research, the sale of children, the body parts. Nobody wants to talk about all these unspeakable atrocities that are going on. There's many. And the puppet masters, the globalists who fund and control your representatives that you elect. They're happy to see this abortion agenda played out, you see. They're all for population control. They want to consolidate the resources with themselves, spread it amongst more people. And they love the medical advances seen, creating medicines only they can afford. But it works. There's also negative, unintended consequences of this abortion agenda. Or are they intended? I would argue they are. You see, an outcome of having an abortion, having that as part of your culture, is that your culture will devalue human life. You know good and damn well it's a baby. And if you can terminate that life, how easy it is to terminate your enemy's life. Places where we have seen this, high rates of abortion, exemplified by the hood, by the ghetto. You also see disproportionate rates of crime, homicide, violence. They go hand in hand. Devaluation of life from the beginning. You see, for our community, the black community, to heal itself, we have to realign with our spirituality, with our values. And we know this is not one of them, but one that we have been tricked into supporting. In part 2, the intellectual dissection, I'm going to dissect a song, Genocide in the Black Womb. I'm going to tell you exactly how the black community has been taken advantage of by Planned Parenthood and the abortion industry. It's real talk. And after you see that, I think you'll agree we're the ones that need to end this. We're the ones that need to help this country evolve. Think about this. At one time in our country, in the short history of the United States, we thought it was just perfectly fine to own another human being, right? Sounds ridiculous. Nobody in this country would think that's a good idea, acceptable on no level. But at one point, it's the law of the land. We evolved. And one day in the future, we're going to look at this abortion and the fact that we're killing over 300,000 babies every year. Killing more black babies in New York City than we birth every year. We're going to look back and say, it's a dark time in our history, but we've evolved. Now no one will support an agenda like that. And that's why we can change this world. I'm going to break it down in part 3. Exactly how we can abolish abortion in less than 10 years. Yes, us, the black community. We need to take the lead on this. Where's my Frederick Douglass? Where's my Harriet Tubman? Let's get it.